Second and goal. Mason bobbling it, but a touchdown.
So week one of the 24-25 NFL season is in the books. And to be honest, not a whole hell of a lot happened that was actually surprising. In fact, the most exciting thing to me that happened the entire week, it actually happened outside whatever they're calling Joe Robbie Stadium these days, before the game where Tyreek Hill was detained. Now that situation can be summed up by calling it a Chihuahua versus a pit bull. Yeah, the Chihuahua was kind of mouthing off and kind of being a prick, but the pit bull didn't have to do him like that, yo. Now as for the games, things kind of went according to plan. The Dolphins flirted with disaster against a fringe playoff contender. The Bills were led on a comeback by Josh Allen, and the 49ers ran the ball down somebody's throat, but this time it happened to be the New York Jets. Now Aaron Rodgers came back and he looked okay. There's nothing wrong with his arm, but if the Jets defense is going to look like that, it's going to be a long season in New York. Now the biggest thing that would classify as a surprise was the Patriots beating the Bengals. However, when you look at it from the context of Gerard Mayo, first time, rookie coach, really popular guy, versus Joe Burrow, a quarterback coming back from injury, I guess it shouldn't really be a shock that the Patriots won a game that was a defensive battle. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Steelers are still winning games without scoring touchdowns. The Lions and Rams went to overtime, which is kind of what you would expect. And I can only describe what it must be like to be a Carolina Panthers fan by saying it must be like taking a hot shower, not drying off, putting on your tightest pair of blue jeans, and then walking around Magic Kingdom in August. The Cowboys gave their fans some unreasonable hope, and Jordan Love gave Packers fans something to cry about, if only for a while. No! And then the Ravens did what only the Ravens know how to do so perfectly well, which is snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, or in this case, the toe of woe. Still, it was good to see football back, even though over on Twitter, the Tyreek Hill incident has provided, well, Twitter's doing exactly what you would expect, right? Everybody's picking sides, calling each other names. Nothing much there has changed. Speaking of changes, the new kickoff rule was kind of a dud. We did have, I believe, one kick return for a touchdown, but mostly it just led to a lot of odd-looking touchbacks. And while opening week was devoid of any 1994 Marino-esque comebacks, at least the referees were in prime form with their illegal formation point of emphasis.
About the illegal formations, I said, I'm about sick of this. We all are.
All that said, at least I won my fantasy matchup after my league said I had the worst team in the league. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe Thursday night Dolphins-Bills turns into a classic gunslingers battle to get the league moving with some excitement. Or we could possibly have the cop that cuffed Tyreek come back, and he could detain Josh Allen on some trumped-up charges like bad facial hair and speeding in a school zone 1 minute before the school zone expires. That sounds like fun.